Good morning, girls. Hope everyone is well and safe at home. Class 8, last time we had discussed the importance of establishment of Muslim League. Now today we are going to start our discussion with the Lukhnow Pact. First of all, we would look into the background of Lukhnow Pact and then the main articles of Lukhnow Pact. Now open your books on page number 29. Now, Lucknow Pact 1916. First of all, look into the background. When the First World War was over, then when it was going on and when it was going to over, the thought pattern of the Hindus and Muslims, it was changed. They were in favor to cooperate with each other and to get much more concessions from the Hindus and from the British government. For this purpose, they held their meetings at Bombay, in which they got the they thought about the cooperation with each other and to have a much more concession and to have much more opportunities to excel in future. Now, the First World War 1914 to 18 has changed the political thought of Muslims and Hindus of the subcontinent. The leadership of both sides had realized the fact that it was the right time to achieve more concessions. Concessions means something done or given up in order to settle the dispute. For which purpose? To achieve more concessions from British government. Therefore, they should cooperate with each other. So the leaders of the Muslim League and Congress, they were ready for cooperation. Got the understanding that the First World War, it changed what? The political thought of the Muslims and Hindus. What did they started to realize? They started realizing that it is the right time to achieve much more concessions. So they should cooperate with each other. So the leaders of the Muslim League and Congress, they were ready for cooperation. At that moment, Qaid-e-Azam Rahmatullah Alayh was the member of both Muslim League and Congress. As you remember that we have done it in the junior classes also, that Qaid-e-Azam was considered to be the ambassador of Hindu-Muslim unity. This we will do again in this book also. But at that very particular time, he was the member of both Muslim League and Congress. Through his struggle, the meetings of the Muslim League and Congress, they were held at Bombay at the same time and place, and at the end of the meeting, a committee was formed with intention to sort out the common understanding between the two communities. Clear? Intention means with some aim, with some plan. Sort out means to arrange or to separate, and communities mean a group of people living together having same religion. So, what did they decide? At the end of the meeting, a committee was formed with intention, with plan to sort out, to arrange the common understanding between the two communities, means Hindu community and Muslim community. The committee proposed a scheme. Scheme means a plan, which was approved by both the parties in December 1916 at the joint session at Lucknow. Both the parties agreed. Agreed means they had the same opinion on a pact which is known as Lucknow Pact in history. Clear? This is what all about the background of Lucknow Pact. Now come to the main articles. There are 4 articles of Lucknow Pact. Today we will discuss only 3 articles. Clear? Tomorrow inshallah we will discuss 4th article with its importance. The first article, Congress accepted the principle of separate electorate for the Muslim. Clear? So what did they accept? Congress accepted the principle of separate electorate for the Muslim. You have done it before. Separate electorate means the elections based on the religion. Now, Congress agreed to give one third representation to the Muslims in the Central Legislative Council. Clear? Suppose one third means if there are 30 seats, so out of 30 seats, 10 seats would be given to Muslims. Both parties agreed on the weightage formula under which the Muslims would get less representation than their population in the Legislative Council in those provinces where they were in majority, but more in the provinces where they were in minority. Clear? On the basis of the weightage formula, the Muslims, they would get the representation. How would they get the representation? They would get the less representation in those provinces where they are in majority, and more but in the provinces where they are in minority. Clear? Once again, look into it that both parties agreed on the weightage formula under which the Muslims would get less representation. Clear? Less representation than their population in the Legislative Council in those provinces where they are in majority. Where they are in majority, they would get less representation, but more in the provinces where they are in minority. Clear? Now I will stop till here, and fourth point and the importance we will discuss inshallah in the next lesson. Now what you have to do, you will write two questions with this topic. The first one is write down the background of Lukhnow Pact. Clear? So you will start from here, the First World War till the point is known as Lukhnow Pact in the history. The second question you will write write down the main articles of Lukhnow Pact. Clear? So you will write till here, and fourth point, after discussion you will write it in your copies. Thank you girls, and take care. Allah Hafiz.